I knew I wanted to join the Navy when I got out of high school, and I decided that I wanted to be in the aviation group at the Navy. Well, in boot camp, they have a day, I guess you would call it a career day, and you go in for interviews, and the man looks at your test that you took and the different scores, and then he says, "What do you want to do?" "I want to be an aviation photographer." And he said, "Okay, I'll write that down." He said, "What's your second choice?" I didn't have a second choice. He said, "How about hospital coroner?" And I said, "Oh no, I can't do that. They have to lay me down to take my blood because I faint." He said, "Well, I'll recommend you for aviation, no problem." Well, I went straight from boot camp to hospital course. And so I did. I went through cardiopulmonary technician school. And I was sent to Bethesda, Maryland to go to that school, which is a year long. We ran the cardiopulmonary resuscitation team for the whole hospital. And then President Johnson decided to come in the hospital to have some surgery. So he had to be monitored during surgery and after surgery to make sure that his heart was okay, because he was coming in for hernia or something. So myself and one other technician were chosen to monitor his heart. What I had to do his EKG, and I have a picture, 2 pictures actually, of me doing his EKG, because, Secret Service, taking pictures of everything. And he's on the phone, and he was talking to somebody, and he said, "Oh, did they have the baby yet?" And barely the people on the other end of the line said, "Yes, they did." And he said, "Well, what did they name him?" And they said, "Well, they haven't named him yet." He said, "Well, you tell him, name him Lyndon, and I'll give you an effort." And he was quite the thing. The time I was in there, we only had 3 TV channels back in those days. And he had them on a stand, all 3 of them side by side, watching all 3 different channels at the same time. And he turned to somebody, some aide, I guess, and said, "I didn't see anything there about Ladybird planning the treat today." He said, "Well, I want to see it there, and I want to see it there now." And the next thing you know, up it comes on the TV screen. Another time, one of his daughters, I want to say it was Linda, had a baby. And she had it at Bethesda. Linda came by and said, "I want that baby born on Texas soil." So he went out and got him a box of Texas soil and put it on the delivery table.